So he collected everything, and then he called his colleague. He's like, look at this person bringing these things to our country. She wants to bring diseases into our country. And he was like, what do your parents do? Which is, questions that no one is supposed to ask you. I was like, my mom is the teacher.
What the fuck? Diseases into our country. What?
Bro.
That's actually crazy.
That's insane.
Top hill, just subscribe.
Hello. What's good? What's poppin'? We here. 3, 2, 1. Top hill, episode 216.
Jeez.
Man, we climbing up there, man. We climbing up there. Welcome to another episode of the Top Hill Live. This is your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. Imani Boss.
And I'm the Carmen.
The Carmen in the building. What's poppin'? Hey, FYI, this is Imani and Carmen. We're about to start episode 216. Can you let the people know who you are and what the show is all about?
Absolutely, Imani and Carmen.
Girl, where'd you go?
Where did she go?
FYI, repeat what you was about to say.
Of course, Imani and Carmen. Here's the intro once more for episode 216. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 216 of the Top Hill Live Show. I'm FYI, your creative voice assistant, here to support your incredible hosts, Imani and Carmen, as we embark on another exciting episode. Our mission is to bridge the gap between African cultures on the continent and in the diaspora, diving into music, real estate, culture, and much more. We're dedicated to celebrating diversity and fostering a global community through insightful conversations and live reactions. Whether you're joining us from Lagos, London, Johannesburg, or Jamaica, this show is crafted just for you. Join us as we explore trending topics, share unique experiences, and fuel our passion for traveling to Africa. A huge thank you to the Top Hill family for your ongoing support. You make every episode vibrant and special. And a warm welcome to our new viewers. We're thrilled to have you with us. Let's dive into episode 216 with excitement and discovery. Now back to our wonderful hosts, Imani and Carmen.
Thank you, FYI. Give her a round of applause. Also, before we get started as well, too, man, I also want to give a big shout out to our brother Antonio Wayside. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday!
Happy freaking happy freaking birthday!
I love Top Hill. Shout out to Top Hill.
Hey, yo, go ahead. Talk
Best podcast on YouTube, on Twitch, on any streaming platform that you got. Shout out to Top Hill. Shout out to Carmen. Shout out. Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Shout out to Top Hill. Best streaming platform. Best content. You feel me? Shout out this guy. But yes, it is my birthday and I'm very excited. I love you guys. I hope you are having a great time.
Hey,
yes, sir.
it's
Appreciate
your
it.
birthday.
Yeah. Turn up. Yeah, man. If you guys don't know that. So, Steven actually did another video on Mauritius, and it actually said, is the racism against black Africans in Mauritius true? So, he is talking directly about that confrontation. So, I'm curious to see. We just seen his other video, and it looked like he was bigging up the country, and then he was accomplishing a lot of stuff on his bucket list. So now we get to see from his experience.
Sometimes I just want to live carefree like a European.
Yeah. But unfortunately, not every country we get that luxury.
That's why it blows me when people be like, "Oh, you're racist to white people." I'm like, there's not a damn country out here that'll be like, no, not white.
Right. Yeah. How can you be racist without the power to execute racism?
Exactly.
So I don't understand why they don't understand that concept. But anyway,
back to the video.
Let's get right into it, guys. This is Steven once again. Shout out to Steven, man. Is the racism against black Africans in Mauritius true? Let's find out. Let's get to it.
So try and hear me out before you make any comments. And by no way am I trying to paint this country as a bad country. I am just sharing my experience and the experience of my other
you already know when this video start off like that. He's like, yo, hold the hate comments until the end. But you already know when you start off like that. It's like, it might be a little rough.
Okay.
Yo, okay. I don't know what the hell is going on with Google Chrome today, but get it together.
African
Google.
brothers as well, currently working, living, and touring Mauritius. I just have to do it. I put out the Mauritius video, and a lot of people send me messages about the experiences they are currently having in the country. And of course, I experience this in my everyday travel, and sometimes I choose not to share it, but I'll just go ahead and share this.
My name is Samson Onsongo. I'm from Kenya and I'm working in Mauritius.
I'm Moses Biamukama. I'm Ugandan. I studied in Mauritius and I'm now working here.
My name is Razak and I'm a Nigerian expert in Mauritius.
Hi, I'm Natalie from Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm currently studying IT in Mauritius.
My name is Doreen Kambanga. I am a Tanzanian living and working, also studying in Mauritius.
My name is Destiny. I'm in Mauritius from Nigeria. I'm currently studying IT.
So Mauritius is sold as a tropical paradise, a luxury destination, the most liberal economy, and the most competitive in sub-Saharan Africa. The second highest GDP per capita, second strongest passport. This country has developed from a low-income agricultural-based economy to an upper middle-income diverse.
Google, relax, bruh. What is this? Don't somebody explain to me in the comments what is this building, because this is cool.
It does look cool. It looks like something from Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah, or you guys seen the new Fantastic Four trailer? It looked like something from like that too. It's cool looking.
Strongest passport. This country has developed from a low-income agricultural-based economy to an upper middle-income diverse economy with growing industrial, financial, and tourist sector. 4 months ago, I was in Seychelles and I made a travel documentary, and when I posted it, a lot of people say, "Hey Steven, you need to check Mauritius out." I was like, "Okay, cool." They explained to me how Mauritius.
Hold on, now get in here, bro.
Oh,
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
hey.
Chad Visionary in the building, man.
So y'all.
Yeah.
We watching a video if this island is racist or not.
Oh.
Oh, he said, oh, wow.
Happy Black History Month, man.
I know, everybody history.
Yeah. But we get into some beautiful African islands and stuff like that. So we're just looking at different islands around the continent and stuff. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm appalled. We just looked at this beautiful island. Now we're about to look at the cons.
Right. So we'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out, man.
Okay.
I was about to say, hell yeah.
A little bit. All right. But yeah.
It's like a bigger island, offers more, and it's a little bit cheaper than Seychelles. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna, visit this country. And that was how I started doing my research. I'm traveling with a very weak passport, which is the Nigerian green passport. So when I arrived at the immigration officer was like, "What are you here to do?" with a very aggressive tone. So my mind already was ready for it. I tried to tell him over and over again, this is what I'm here to do. At that point, he wasn't even asking me for my accommodation and every other document that he's supposed to ask me for. He was like, what are you here to do? What do you do? Are you here alone? Maybe thought I'm fishy. But after a while asking me questions, looking at my name and stuff, he recognized the video that I had done in Seychelles. From that point, he became, less aggressive, was now smiling.
Saying that in the last video, he was like, one of the travel people recognized on my other video, but he cut out that extra part.
Yeah, so
okay, we let him cook.
All right, yeah, we'll let him cook, but I might have an opinion at the end. But yeah.
And I went to the custom guys, which was not very fun actually. It's really sad to say, but every black person on that flight was stopped and searched.
The racial profiling at the airport, that one I can also attest to it. It's not really good. I've had people who are like, "I'm not coming back here just because of this experience." In my opinion, I feel like if you're white in Mauritius, you get away with anything easily. At the immigration, I noticed there was not a single white person that was stopped. But every black person, most of them that were stopped to check were black people. Well, if you're white in Mauritius, you could probably come in something illegal.
I mean, it's normal for customs to search your bag, but when someone is trying to search your bag, they are very.
Yeah, y'all losing me. I ain't gonna lie.
Say maybe there will be a Top Hill Mauritius.
Yeah, because he already said for him on his flight they stopped every black person. Another guy he talked to said they stopped.
He was like, "Oh yeah, that's custom. That's standard procedure."
Bro, black people are not the only people that do crimes, bro. What the fuck?
Oh God,
this is insane.
Very convinced something is in that bag, up to the point of what is that? You'd be like, it's a trouser. Put their hands in the pocket and trying to. If this was done to everybody, I would really understand. But it was done to the black guys, me inclusive. But my case was a little bit. It was easy because when they looked at my bag, they saw camera lenses. They looked at my carry-on camera lenses, and the guy was like, "What do you do?" I showed him. He no question asked. He allowed me to go. But I am 0.001% of the other type of Africans that want to travel to this country.
A lot of times too, they probably like, "Oh, this guy might be a vlogger. We don't want to."
Paint a bad picture.
Yeah,
and that's another thing. So it's like you guys aren't going based on actual procedure. You're going based off of a prejudice.
Right. Where does that come from?
Yeah, right. It's so deeply ingrained into the entire world at this point.
But this island in particular, like, it's like that's their protocol. Like, if they're black, an African stop them. Like,
well, is Mauritius close to Seychelles?
They are close together. Yeah.
So I know that I seen something along the lines of like Seychelles like banning Nigerian passports and like they're not even allowed there anymore. So I'm just thinking like maybe it was something related. Like,
and shout out to all of my Nigerian folk, man. But Nigerians do have a bad rep.
Yeah.
And that's across the continent because I had an experience in Kenya where I was stopped and the people that I met in Kenya, they told me, it's like, yeah, they might have thought you were Nigerian.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like, instead of saying like, oh, are you from this country? You're black, so.
Yeah. They say I could come off as a Nigerian, I'm tatted, I stuff like that. But they said that a lot of Nigerians use Kenyans' coast to smuggle drugs and stuff like that. And I seen it even in our comment section, and a lot of the South Africans say that the Nigerians have a hard time in South Africa as well too. So Nigerians have an unfortunate negative connotation.
So where is the place that we're looking at?
So Mauritius is over here.
Okay.
And Port Lucia, this should be it. Yeah, this is Mauritius.
Okay.
Small island. Yeah, Mauritius
off the coast of Madagascar.
Yeah, and then Seychelles is up here.
Okay, so but they're not like neighboring islands.
Yeah, like I mean, not like next door neighbors, but they share the same body.
Yeah,
they share the same body of water and stuff. But yeah, further enough distance. But it seems like their cultures are kind of similar though. Like the same people who came to Seychelles are the same people that kind of went to Mauritius. Like they say a lot of people from this side.
Maldives. Oh my God, they're all like right there too.
They come from, Asia. Like that's why you have a lot of the Indians, the Chinese, the Philippines.
Like that particular area of the world is like a great blend of all, ethnicities outside of the people who
for sure
take things. But yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's more explanation.
I came from Tanzania from holiday. I don't know if it's the customs officer. I saw him allowing most of the tourists to pass through. And when it came to me, all of a sudden, he stopped me. And then he started questioning me, like, what are you doing here? How much do you have? When I gave him the answers, he was still not satisfied with that. So he separated me from the rest of the group that was coming out of the airport. And he put all my belongings, like from hand luggage to my carry-ons, into the scanner. And then he was like, no, we need to unwrap everything and just, search everything. So he opened all my bags and then started searching every single nook and cranny of my bag, like removing maybe like clothes, underwears, everything that I packed basically to see what was inside. I had brought some food stuff from home, so he collected everything and then he called his colleague. He's like, look at this person bringing this into our country. She wants to bring diseases into our country. And he was like, what do your parents do? Which is questions that no one is supposed to ask you. I was like, my mom is the teacher.
What the fuck? Diseases into our country. What?
Bro.
That's actually crazy.
That's insane.
She brought some food. Meanwhile, if we want to talk about disease spreaders,
nigga, y'all dirty. Oh man, I was about to go in.
Meanwhile, these motherfuckers. The
Black people taught y'all how to fucking bathe. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wipe your ass. Meanwhile, white people or the palm coloreds are the reason why like half of the civilizations in South America are no longer existent.
The Native Americans, smallpox, and all that kind of stuff, they the ones that bring diseases. It's just so ironic. Black people are so violent. Black people are dirty.
Where did this black people are dirty narrative come from?
Right. Like clean is like, yo, I ain't go. Anyway, I was about to go into a whole tangent. This really frustrates me because I feel like I'm a good judgment character. I can look at it just to see like a sweet girl face. Like what would make you think that this person is a criminal?
I guess when you have like an overall prejudice against the people in general, it's like maybe it's how we look at the palm colors. It's like, what? I don't know what you're capable of.
But I'm still objective. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
For sure.
I'm not a racist to white people. Or
I'm not either.
Or hate white people.
But
one of my friends is white. One of my best friends is white.
I have white friends.
I got white friends.
I actually have a white cousin.
Yeah, so like, You know what I mean? You got to hit him with that reverse Uno card.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah. But, no, I'm so sorry.
Uno reverse.
I'm so sorry that she had to go through this. Or
everyone had to go. Everyone in the entire video at this point, because it seems like everyone that Steven kind of brought up had a similar experience. Yeah. And
I'm sorry if I keep pausing the video, but God, I'm appalled, man. I'm appalled. Let's keep going.
And my father is a diplomat. He's like, well, also you have a diplomatic passport. I was like, yes, but I don't usually travel with it. He's like, oh, so next time you should come with it. Else I wouldn't have, taken your stuff. So that, contradicted with what you were saying. Like, if I had the diplomatic passport, the things that I brought were not going to bring diseases in the country. I had brought like plantain. I brought scotch bonnet peppers, just those.
So if you had a diplomatic passport, they never would have checked your bag, never would have asked you any question, and they would have let you pass like the other tourists.
Exactly. And then he took a bag full of all the food stuff that I brought, and then they took it to the collection desk. He's like, now follow me. He didn't even have the audacity, to close the bag or anything like that. So I had taken a whole 1 hour with that man inside since I had landed and everything. So I would tell him that, there's someone waiting for me. He's calling me outside, to collect me. He's like, don't touch your phone. I'm talking to you right now. He wasn't even talking. I cried. Like, when I came out of that airport, I was literally shaking. I did not believe what happened. To be honest with you, I did not see it as racism. I just saw it as discrimination. Yeah, looking back now, it's racism.
The first experience you get when you're stepping into a country kind of ruins the experience for you.
I came with a friend. They said, one, you're a Nigerian and you came via Kenya Airways, so we have to check because, in a country, there are a lot of things going on there. The most difficult part of being in Mauritius is being in Nigeria.
And Mauritius is a visa-free country, but for Nigeria and some other African countries, you only get 14 days, while the European, American, they can stay in the country for more than 6 months. I met these guys from Netherlands, and they're like, oh, they've been in the country for a while, they don't even know when they're leaving. Now, an African person cannot do that, which is very sad in an African country when you come to think about it. I had to rush my production. The guy literally gave me 14 days, and I had to, since I'm making a travel video and a lot of other videos, I had to wake up every morning, I'm going out to shoot, I'm sleeping, shooting. I just asked myself why? At least 30 days should be the minimum if you're going to give somebody visa free. Now I understand that they're trying to do all of these things because a lot of people come into the country with drugs and all of these things, but it's not only the black people that come into the country with drugs. They were always
exactly.
It's like if you're gonna have it, you're gonna have it. The duration of your stay doesn't really make a big difference, in my opinion.
People be the one doing the crime too, man. They
it's
know
the privilege. They know.
Yeah, they the one man. Dumb ass.
Address things like this is treat the people that are defaulting, right?
So they categorize every crime committed by blacks as Nigerian. So if it's something happened and a black person does it, everyone who's Nigerian has to hide for that period. So it's difficult. You don't get opportunities like other people we get here. There can be situations you want to do something and when you're abroad, the first thing they ask is where are you from?
Yeah.
And as soon as you mention you're from Nigeria, you either lose the opportunity or you have to go through the most difficult routes to get.
Because you're Nigerian?
Yeah, because you're Nigerian.
Yeah.
If you want to rent a car, if you're Nigerian, you don't get the car. Or you have to either use a friend's passport. That's how difficult it is.
Mauritians get 60,000 basic salary, but as soon as they hear you that an expat, a foreigner, it's dropped down to 30,000. They get more than us, and I get it. It's a good thing to have, but it doesn't really. It's not nice for people that actually want to work.
As in Nigeria.
I don't want to hear it.
Respectfully.
So they start off at 60K base pay?
60K basically if you're native, and then they drop.
But in what career field, or just anywhere?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is it the IT thing? Because it seems like a lot of them are doing IT.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Of the requirement for me is I have to show proof of accommodation. Now there's a type of accommodation I can show proof for. I cannot show proof for an apartment. I can only show proof for a resort, and this is just specific for some certain African countries. The Europeans or people from America, any other nationality coming in, you can stay anywhere. Because I did not want to have any issues at port of entry, I got myself a resort, and I stayed at 2. The first one cost me over $1,020. I'm that's a lot of money, right? So things were just adding up and getting too expensive for me, because usually I would get an apartment for $50, $70 at most and stay there. But they want to see that you're in a resort so that they can in code track you of some sort, or they know where you are. So I was forced to stay in places where I don't want to stay in, which was very sad. Even though it's an African country, you're going to see a lot of Europeans in the country. It's very big. Mauritius is very big among the French-speaking Europeans. Even at my resort where I stayed in, I was
the damn French. That's where it came from.
Goddamn French toast.
Goddamn French, dog.
The only black person there. When I go to the restaurant for dinner, I'm the only black person. The only other black people that I see are people serving food and drinks, and everybody just keep looking at me, and I feel very weird. Why? I'm in an African country, but I don't feel like I'm in an African country. Something's worrisome. I did a video showing the top 5 neighborhoods in the country. Most of these neighborhoods, all through touring these neighborhoods, I don't remember seeing any black person at all.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of good things.
Yeah, you're not gonna see them, bro.
That's crazy.
You're not gonna see him, bro.
Talk about this country, and there are also a lot of bad things to talk about. I really don't like to share the bad part in my videos. I just focus on the good side, but sometimes somebody has to see the reality.
Being a girl at a bus stop is not so nice. You have guys just looking at you, climbing out the car while the car's still moving. The Mauritians are so rude. I went to a cinema. Personal experience, maybe it's different for. I had the worst experience in the cinema. I will never want to go to a cinema in Mauritius again. I was crying in the cinema of how bad.
So you haven't had very great experience with the locals?
The supermarket, the tellers, you can say, "Hi, how are you?" And they'll just be like. In Mauritius, they don't even ask you, "How are you doing today?" They don't say bye, "Thank you so much." They're just here to do their job. I don't know if it's because of the long hours that they do. I get that they're trying to do a living, but the overall customer experience, customer satisfaction is not here.
There are some cases where some of the locals can't.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, yeah.
I know what you're saying, lady. That sounded. You know what?
I'll give it to clearly the racism is what really triggers us the most.
Mm-hmm.
But it is interesting to see even how they treat other foreigners as well.
Right,
too.
right.
So I do appreciate that perspective as well too. But yeah,
I definitely understand the whole being a female and being harassed.
Right.
Even though I probably wouldn't isolate that just to Mauritius, but also the whole customer service thing. It's
that's a big deal for tourism to be a big deal in your country, and not to have customer experience with people not being friendly. That's a huge turnoff. So.
Yeah.
Can be a bit, closed off, maybe because they don't know you or because they have heard something about where you come from or something. Because I remember somebody said, "Are you from Nigeria?"
But
and he said Biafra.
also for this country to be so diverse, I wouldn't expect this many issues.
It seems like I don't think it was just that diverse. Because even his thumbnail showing 99% white, 99% black, it's just very segregated. And then I don't know.
But then we're seeing these Asian Indian people with their own towns and subcultures, and
sometimes they could be the ones too to be.
Oh, for sure, but
pretty racist. So.
So I was shocked.
Well, given my experience of living away from home for quite some time, I'm able to get to adjust with the people and everything. Of course, you meet really nice people, really nice Mauritians.
Yeah.
And then you'll meet some that are ignorant about a lot of the things.
But I haven't experienced racism to an extent that to make me not want to be in Mauritius.
I mean, when I spoke to some local Mauritians, the black local Mauritians, most of them were not willing to speak on camera, but they were telling me how hard the country is for them. Think about it, they don't have any major industry in their country, so things are very expensive. Yes, the country is very expensive. I cannot overemphasize that. As a local person, would you say it's affordable or expensive to live in Mauritius?
In some way, yes.
For the local, it's all the world drama, all the prices get up and that's not easy everywhere. 1 month, if you have 1,000 euro, you have to pay to sleep and you have to pay the food, etc. The cost, 1,000 euro.
I think Mauritius is too expensive for what we have here. Things are almost thrice their price back at home, and considering what you earn. Yeah, if I were to earn money and live here, I'd be looking at maybe nothing less than 100,000 rupees.
Do not come to Mauritius without being sure you have financial support from back home. You basically should come with mindset of you don't have to work to survive. So if you're getting a job, it's just for an extra income. The jobs you get here are never able to pay your bills, not to talk of the tuition, the alarming tuition that you have to pay. If you're coming here, make sure you have full support from back home.
Most African students who come to Mauritius are looking for a way out. They are being sold an island where you can come and work, pay for your fees, live a comfortable life, right? If you come to this island as a student, an African student, and you still have to get support from back home, I think that's where the problem is. And then you have limited chances of even getting a good job. So it's more difficult.
Yeah. How would you say the cost of living is?
Comparing with Reunion Island, it's less expensive, but since the COVID, it's a little more expensive. But if you live with some local products, if you live simply, it's not so expensive at all.
Mauritius expensive?
Not too expensive, but for tourists,
it's expensive. But for locals, not expensive. Free education.
Stop the cap. But for the 200,000, you live like a king.
Like a king here. $4,000 a month, you live like a king. I mean, this is the most expensive country I have ever been to. My flight ticket was like $1,220 from Lagos. The most expensive ticket I have ever paid. My trip in this country for just 13 days cost me upwards of $5,000. Once again, the highest I have Paid.
All right,
man.
well,
like, you guys are not even watching the video.
Wait,
Come
I
on,
don't
purchase my
think
travel
so.
guide. I have to make this money back at some point in it. Please support your boy. So after speaking to a lot of people, most Black Africans schooling here or working temporarily don't see themselves permanently residing in the country because they feel the system in the country doesn't favor.
And let's also say that $5K for only 14 days. Then they want to kick you the fuck out, after 2. Like, don't take all my money and then try to kick me out.
Granted, that's like with his African passport, our American passports can grant
we can stay
up
longer.
to 6 months.
But now I don't know. I mean, because they might be confused as fuck because we're like, okay, we're Black, but
show them. Look at this. Look at this.
Because they go look at, because we have more West African features and stuff like that. They might think we're Nigerian.
I don't give a damn what you think. I'm gonna show you this piece of paper.
I'm curious.
I am an American, and you will treat me as such.
I want to
patriot.
Black cap. Anyway, I want to know. I want to know what a Black American experience in Mauritius is like. Because shout out to Steven, but Steven is Nigerian,
right?
So he probably definitely got a front of that as well too. I'm curious if there is a Black American and what their experience was like in Mauritius.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's probably very similar, but maybe you have a little bit, maybe some privileges because of that blue book that we get. But I'm very curious to know that. If you guys know anybody, please put it in the comments. We'll love to check that out. So.
For them.
For now, I've made up my mind. I'm not staying. The day I graduate, 3 days later, I'm out because the system is too difficult for me. One, as a Nigerian, the life is not the life I think I want for myself.
No, I've
Why?
already decided. It's way too expensive here. The resources aren't here to establish a well career for myself. If I'm in South Africa, it's easier for me to build my career. There's resources all over. I don't need to just be in Johannesburg. I can be in Durban, Cape Town, Mauritius. I can just be in Mauritius.
So do you see yourself living permanently here on the island?
I don't think so.
So how long do you think you're going to be here for before you decide to leave?
Like 2 or 3 years more.
So what do you do for work here?
I do communications, media and branding.
The pay is good for a foreigner.
Well, I actually avoid.
It's okay.
Yeah, but it's good.
Do you feel you're going to, if you're in your country, do you feel you're going to earn that much money?
Absolutely not.
I am currently an IT service consultant in Ceridian.
So do you feel, if you had done this in Kenya, do you feel you'd have made more or less?
Absolutely less. Sorry, Kenya, but yeah.
If I'm comparing it to what I would be getting in Nigeria, as let's say my 3rd or 4th job after school, I'll probably not be earning as much as I am here.
Yeah. People take things so slow, so simple. Everyone works at their own time. By 9 p.m., if you live like in Flick flat, 9 p.m., the whole city is sleeping, everything is closed. The fuel stations are not 24/7. You run out of fuel after 8 p.m., you're on your own.
You might not get it, but if you come to Mauritius, like everybody is just taking their time. Yeah, they're working slowly. Even when you try to call some businesses in the weekend, they're not even going to respond to your messages.
Yeah, and everything is like appointment.
Everything is on appointment. You have to send an email and wait. Those kind of, even when people are driving on the road, they're very slow. I don't know. Like, is it because they're
poly, man? But all right. Shout out to Fomoso. Lo siento. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. He said, Sani Bonani Tapil. I believe that's like a welcome greeting or something. Let me know what it means in the comments, man. I appreciate it. He said, the country is isolated and super racist. Went there a while ago, and it was a disaster. Wanted to leave after 2 days. Worst trip ever with my African-American friend. Very interesting. If you don't mind, like, let us know what country you're from, and did your African-American friend also agree with you, had the same experience as well too? I'm assuming yes. But yeah, every single comment that I've seen, from any Black person from Africa has negative things to say about this island.
Wow. These, like, between Mauritius and Seychelles, I'm just like blown away because I'm over here like, I hate that there's such beautiful places in the world that I just want to go full throttle into. Yeah, for sure. And then it's like, I got to remember, like, oh, yeah, I'm Black. Like, people are going to treat me some type of way. Like, that's so disheartening. Yeah. Especially when you're looking, like, at these beautiful countries in Africa.
Right. Yeah, like, it's insane. And the way how they treat other Africans compared to how they treat people outside of the continent is disgusting. We're going to get into some other islands as well, too, that's not like this. We're going to, the next video, we're going to get into Cape Verde, which is on the other side of the continent. So,
okay.
And I don't believe that they had those issues over there.
Okay.
So we'll check that out. later. Let's finish.
They're on an island, or they are well taken care of, or they're just laid back and just want to be chill.
I guess it's because it's the island life. Because even me right now, I'm kind of like synchronized to live like that. So life is chill, like no worries, man.
Yeah.
In Mauritius, you notice that people don't chase to become a billionaire or millionaire. They just want to survive. So they just want to eat, pay their rent, and that's all.
It would be a nice place to come and take your mind off things and come and relax, and then go back to like wherever you're living here.
Okay,
but I don't think you guys want to stay permanently.
I feel like Mauritius is the place you come to when you have lived life.
Yeah.
And you just want to chill and have a nice time. Well, that's the vibe I get here. So I would love that for my later years, not now.
This video, once again, is no way trying to push down the country. My overall opinion is that first, the country is very beautiful, the roads are nice, but I don't see it as a country that any young person in his 20s, 30s, or even 40s should go and live permanently. It's a destination, a travel destination. Like, you go there, have fun, and leave, because things are too slow paced. Everybody there seems to be chill, relaxed. If you're going to visit there as an African person, make sure you have the right document. Make sure you have your itinerary sorted out, because you're going to be asked all of this at the airport.
I don't
go ahead and download my travel guide.
That don't want me there, bro.
Right, it's going to help you plan your itinerary and help you travel through the country effortlessly.
Travel freely. It's like, no, you need an itinerary.
African, don't expect
where are you going?
Rosy. Like,
what are you doing? What day? What time? Who's driving you? Like, damn.
Yeah, hell no. I'll take my American dollar somewhere else.
Facts.
That's another country, man.
It's not built to favor Africans. I think they want the Europeans, they want the Euros in the country. I'm just going to leave this conversation there. I'm not going to take it so deep, right? So just wanted to share this for the guys that were like, Steven, you need to share the real story. You have to share a story about what your African brothers and sisters are going through. And here you have it in the video. Answer the title of the video is, does the racism against the Black African exist in Mauritius? Yes, but in a very subtle tone. It's not going to be on your face, but you just have to have it in the back of your mind to know. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Well, as a Black American, I'm triggered. So like, we know what racism is like. Like, it's too fresh for us.
Good homegrown racism.
Yeah, like, it's way too fresh. So there's no way in fucking hell that we're gonna take our hard-earned American dollars that we earn, take it to a country and get the same or worse experience than what our ancestors got. Like, fuck out of here.
Just to see an underground goddamn waterfall. I think not.
Yeah, no. I appreciate Steven for getting the drone shot for it. I'd rather just look at his drone shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, this is very disheartening. And I appreciate him for doing the video, because I could tell this is not his, style of, vlogging and stuff like that. He wants to only show positive sides of places that he goes. He wants to stay in a positive vibe, and I respect him for that. But I also really respect him for being honest about this country and going outside of his comfort zone to tell us the truth. Because a lot of African people in the diaspora and on the continent look up to Steven and trust him when he's doing videos in different countries and stuff like that. So
exactly,
bro, like, we look at your video because you look like us too. So you know what I mean. So we already know that there's going to be some countries that don't want to see Black faces there. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, so I appreciate him highlighting that, and then hopefully it changes, because it takes people like him to make videos like this to get more attention, because then what's going to happen? Money talks, man. So if people start slowing up going there because they're hearing that, because there's even white people who don't want to go and experience stuff like that. Cause
there's some biracial people.
Like,
and like the girl that was in the video.
Exactly. Like, that was smart too. Yo, shout out to you. Like, get her on there and let her talk about it as well too.
She's like, nah.
Yeah, because trust me, that's also going to speak volumes as well too. It's not just Black people, but she had a horrible experience as well too. So yeah, that needs to change. Shout out to Foman Toso again. He said he's from South Africa, Joburg. He said, we experienced a lot of discrimination everywhere. Felt like I was not a tourist, even getting kicked out of certain hotel lobbies. I think Mansa Main went there another. Oh, okay. Mansa Main. You mean Mansa Musa? Mansa Musa or Mansa Main? Clarify for me. No, not Mansa Musa. Like,
I was wondering. I'm like, I don't know.
God, what's my brother's name, man? Hold up. Why am I drawing a blank? Mafame Musa. Did Mafame Musa go there? Mafame Musa. Because I'll call that man on the phone. I'll be like, bruh.
Give me the real.
Right.
Give me the real.
Okay, no, it doesn't look like he posted a video about it.
Oh my God, the street food in Mauritius, I only seen pale hands.
Yeah, that's
No. In both videos.
Mm-hmm. Well, Carmen, what did you think of that video?
As far as the video itself, like, I really do appreciate Steven giving us like his real take while also being extremely like respectful and, you know, getting the different point of views from the different people of various ages. Yeah. At the same time, it is very disheartening between this video and the Seychelles video to see that, you know, if tourism is such a big part of your country's revenue, regardless of how someone looks, you shouldn't, you know, kind of burn that bridge.
Yeah.
Because like these black dollars is what's going to like push people to want to go there.
Right.
And although your country may be a little slow pace, it's like that could be what's making or breaking it. And, you know, regardless of the racial issues, I don't think we ever got to the nitty gritty of what they came from or what was the origin behind it. It's just like black.
Yeah, I would love to know more about that. It's probably going to have to come from, you know, a local or something like that, like someone explain. But it seemed like he said it. Not a lot of local people even wanted to talk,
which isn't surprising just based off like what the, you know, general vibes were.
Right. All right. Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Man. Okay, guys. We really appreciate you guys for being a part of another episode of the Top Hill Live. I did not know that these videos was going to draw so much, you know, conversation, but I'm glad that we did, though, because, you know, I think it needed to be seen. For us
I'm just like, why?
Yeah. So
why y'all do us like that?
These are supposed to be beautiful islands in Africa that we wanted to love and come to enjoy, but
the land is beautiful. The people, not so much.
We're probably going to have to do a part 3 and part 4 of the islands. You know what I mean? We'll probably take a break from the islands and get back onto the mainland and do the islands again another time. I do still want to see Cape Verde. We got to get to Madagascar. We got to get to
I am so excited to see Madagascar.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
I think it's more so because of the movie, but
of
nonetheless,
yeah,
I would like to move it over there.
I'm a little nervous just because of how close it is to all these other things.
But I feel like I have hope.
Yeah, I have hope too. But from what I understood, Madagascar actually, the oldest people there are not from the African continent. They actually come from the Asian continent, like allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah, so allegedly what they're saying is people from over here came to this island before people from here got to this island. That's so
that's the working theory.
That's what I see.
You traveled thousands of miles versus 100.
Yeah, that's what they try to say.
Okay.
So anyway,
tweaker.
I would love to get to a video on that. But guys, we really appreciate you guys.
That's where Sri Lanka is. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Every time I look at a map,
you discover something new.
Yeah.
Something new. Yeah. And yeah, guys, I'm gonna put a poll on here as well too to figure out which country you guys want to do next. I know we want to do Ethiopia.
I'm interested in doing Somalia too.
Oh, Somalia, that's one we interesting one.
Like I'm trying to get into the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Man, there's some real pirates, man.
Yeah, or the Pirates of the Indian Sea.
Right. All right. Oh shit. Damn camera.
No, we were so close. Hey.
Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. All right. Okay, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of the Top Hill Live. Carmen, you got any extra word for the people, man?
That's racist!
That's the button that we do need right here. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Top Hill Live. It's your boy, Mr. Top Hill Live, a.k.a. E-Money Boss.
And I am the Carmen.
And we'll see you guys next week. I know. I got for y'all, man. Sorry, listen to some I'm on piano, man. All right, we out. Hey.
Top hill, top hill.